Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining the IgniteNet presentation. I hope you are enjoying IPCon, our online IPCon Expo. It's new, it's happening, it's very exciting for us, and it's exciting times to share our knowledge with you guys. And so my name is Ralph Derek Brown. I'm the current product manager for IgniteNet here at Miro. Joining me is Aaron Su. He is actually the IgniteNet National Manager for South Africa and for the entire African region, as well as he's a business developer as well. I'm going to ask Aaron to just share his webcam so he can say hello to everyone, and then we're going to get started. Also, in regards to questions, I only have a half an hour with you guys, so I'm going to try and run through the entire presentation, and afterwards, when there's questions, I'll quickly answer it. If there's not, I'm going to pop my email in the question box, so you can actually just contact me directly so I can help you with all your queries. Okay, thank you guys. Aaron, say hello to everyone.
Hello, hi everyone. Yeah, this is Aaron from IgniteNet. Yeah, so really thanks for your time to join this, and also hope you enjoy this this session. Yeah, because we've been for years. Yeah, so you can count on Miro, you can count on Ralph. Yeah, hope you enjoy. And any questions that you can ask me, and I can also provide backend support, and you can message me anytime. Yeah, so yeah, hope you enjoy this session. Yeah, we can get started.
Cool, thanks, Aaron. Appreciate it. And I'm just going to share my screen with you guys. Just the last time, I'm just going to ask you guys just to confirm, if just a yes or no, can you see my screen on this side? Okay, it's probably, I'm getting a few no's. It's probably going to get shown in the next few minutes. Okay, cool guys. Thank you so much once again for joining. As I mentioned, I am the product manager for IgniteNet. I'm going to quickly go through this entire presentation with you guys, so it's going to be quite exciting. I'm going to try and make it as fun and informative as possible. There is a question, well, not a questionnaire, there's a QR code at the end of the presentation where there's a few questions that you have to answer. If you answer all the questions correctly, I think it's just 3 questions. If you answer all the questions correctly, you will stand a chance to win an awesome IgniteNet Linq. That's 2 radios. So cool guys, so listen carefully to everything during this presentation. It's going to be quick, just 30 minutes, and then we're going to get going. Okay, cool. So first of all, let's start with the agenda for today. So we're going to basically talk about IgniteNet, just a bit more info about IgniteNet, IgniteNet Applications, the advantages of IgniteNet, and then the IgniteNet product range, and then lastly, the IgniteNet software and calculator. Okay, so about IgniteNet, IgniteNet has offices located throughout the world with a focus on engineering, around 65 people, excluding manufacturing. So it's a small but very effective company. Their products are outstanding, and it's just going to increase your wireless solution by far. So their headquarters are in Irvine, in the USA. And then in regards to the IgniteNet applications, there is quite a few different applications that IgniteNet focuses on. So the first one is fixed wireless access, then enterprise networks, education, hospitality, security and surveillance, and service provider and operator Wi-Fi. Okay, so what is 60 gigahertz? What is that basically? Why is that important? So 60 gigahertz provides you a complete noise-free environment for point-to-point applications. In our neighborhood countries, there are point to multi-point for 60 gigahertz. Unfortunately, in South Africa, it's not available due to ICASA not making it available for us for the 60 gigahertz. But for point-to-point in 60 gigahertz is available. It's a very short frequency, but it's a highly secure and grateful frequency reuse. It's a high gain but small form factor, so you can really use it anywhere in terms of it looks good on the eye. I'll show you a few images later on. It's a short distance and high capacity speeds. The speeds are incredible. Unfortunately, the distance is a bit short because of oxygen absorption. So oxygen absorption at a millimeter wave frequency of 60 gigahertz, the absorption is very high, with 98% of the transmitted energy absorbed by oxygen, while oxygen absorption at 60 gigahertz limits your distance of your link, giving you only up to 1.5 kilometers of distance, which is it's short distance, but you're getting a very, very highly secure link, and it's very high capacity speed. It's fiber-like speeds throughout the air. Okay, cool. Another nice introduction. So IgniteNet MetroLing products utilize the 60 gigahertz millimeter wave band to enable and deliver multi-gigabit connectivity wirelessly, allowing you to quick roll out of fiber-like wireless networks across the globe. Okay, cool. And it's also one of the most, probably the biggest advantages of IgniteNet. So they've got the 60 gigahertz, so you're escaping of all that noisy environment, but they've got integrated 5 gigahertz failover for when the 60 gigahertz, for example, if your weather is bad, your 60 gigahertz fails, but it's not completely, your link isn't completely failed, it's just failing over to your 5 gigahertz link in order to give you a great wireless link all the time, even throughout tough circumstances and bad weather. It does have a 2.4 gigahertz failover as well, but that's more for access point for configuration, but we'll get into that later on in this presentation. Okay, cool. So for the next slide, the product range. So we're going to start off with the MetroLing Introduction. So the MetroLing is interference-free and secure. The information does not travel far from the remotely located station, as I mentioned, due to oxygen absorption, but it's highly secure and it's super fast. Its access radiation is absorbed by oxygen, as I mentioned, and the narrow beam antennas cause no self-interference in the frequency, which is great, giving you a stable and reliable link at all times. So as you can see, you get the 2.4 gigahertz, which is obviously for far distances, but in the 2.4, there is unfortunately interference. Same with the 5 gigahertz. That's also a relatively far distance link, but there is interference. With the 60 gigahertz, it's short distance, no interference, and the best of all, it is license free. So you don't have to apply in order to buy 60 gigahertz equipment. You can buy it because you can buy it, and you don't even have to apply for a license because it's already there. It's perfect. It's easy to use and easy to set up as well. Okay, so obviously it has multi-gigabit capabilities. So the MetroLing product line utilizes advanced yet cost-effective 60 gigahertz technology to provide you a fiber-like speed wirelessly. So basically what that means is you're not gonna destroy your budget when you're thinking of a 60 gigahertz solution. It's actually quite cost effective, and you're really getting for what you're paying for. You're really getting a great radio, a high quality radio for what you're paying for. We've got different types of MetroLinks depending on your application, but we'll get into that in the next few slides. And then the ability to use large 2 gigahertz wide channels and the absence of interference in the 60 gigahertz band enable MetroLing to achieve wireless data speeds greater than 3 gigabits per second at a distance up to 1.5 kilometers. So the MetroLing, unfortunately, as I mentioned, can't go further than that due to oxygen absorption, but up until 1.5, if there's great line of sight, you're going to have an awesome fast link. And yeah, as I mentioned, it's very well. It's quite cost effective. The MeshLinks as well. So that's basically just a MeshLink from that's connected to your MetroLink in order to provide Wi-Fi to your building or to your complex or estate. I'll show you guys the example later on in the presentation as well. So the nice thing about the MetroLinks, they are flexible bridging. So it's a layer 2 transparent wireless bridging. The MetroLink accommodates for a variety of of network requirements. It's point-to-point, as I mentioned, and point-to-multipoint. Unfortunately, please remember that point-to-multipoint isn't available in South Africa. But for indoor use, you could, for internal indoor use, you could make use of our point-to-multipoint. These are the point-to-multipoint 60 gigahertz are more for our neighbor countries. Again, so awesome. As I mentioned before, it's tri-band flexibility. So all MetroLink 60 gigahertz models provide a 5 gigahertz backup when your 60 gigahertz link failover. So this is quite cool because it keeps your link running and stable at all times, even when there is bad weather. Because please remember, bad weather can obviously affect the 60 gigahertz link quite tremendously, but then you get the 5 gigahertz as a failover. Some MetroLink products also support multiple SSIDs on the 5 gigahertz and 2.4 gigahertz and the radios for additional connections and Wi-Fi access. So as I mentioned before as well, the 2.4 gigahertz is also included in the MetroLink 1. We'll get into that now. It's going to make sense when we go physically into each MetroLink. But that's basically just for configuration as well, to make it easy. When the radio is installed up high, you can just log in via your 2.4 gigahertz access point and then configure everything on the radio. Okay, so fast deployment, it has built-in alignment tools and optional alignment accessories to minimize deployment times and to help you create a perfect link. So we'll get into the accessories as well later on in this presentation. In terms of the operating system, it is, Aaron will speak about the operating system later on. Aaron, will you maybe just say a few words on the new operating system that is coming out? Just on this, it is extremely easy. It's responsive, user interface. It has a jumbo packet support up to 7,900 bytes. And then the management VLAN support and VLAN pass-through, and a standalone or cloud-controlled operational modes. So there is a new operational system coming out. Aaron, would you mind just saying a few words quickly on that as well?
Yeah. Yeah, so it's called EC Cloud. Yeah, so we're gonna manage. Yeah, this is a central platform, and then on this platform we can manage all this the equipment. Yeah, including the access points and also the MeshLinq, and also the new coming access points like Wi-Fi 6 and also the Telegraph. Yeah, this is a Facebook certified Telegraph that will also be included in this unified central platform, cloud platform. So. And also on this platform, we also have the new add-on features. So on these add-on features for the operators or the system integrator, they can, and customers, they can run directly the public Wi-Fi or the guest Wi-Fi, including the authentication and also the captive portal. Yeah, so that will be the whole new cloud platform. Yeah, we call it EC Cloud. Yeah, because we are IgniteNet. We belong to the group Acton. Yeah, Acton Technology manufacturer, producing, designing wide and the widest products. Yeah, so EC, that is also H-Core, is our sister company. So both brands belong to Acton Technology. So all the Acton Wi-Fi will own this platform. Yeah, so we can have a demo next time. Yeah, if you are interested to test this new platform.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Aaron. We're going to go on, as I mentioned, powerful management with the new platform that's coming out. In regards to the product line, we're going to quickly go into this. So we get the MetroLink 1 60 gigahertz. So on the 60 gigahertz, it provides you 1 gigabit speed throughput, which is very fast. It's aggregate, so it's 500 up, 500 down. It gives you a 5 gigahertz failover radio on the 20, 40, and 80 megahertz channels. It has 2 gigabit base ports and 1 USB port for a Bluetooth aiming dongle. So that Bluetooth dongle just helps you with configuration. You plug it in directly into the MetroLink, and you can actually configure the device when you're at the mast. And it gives you distances of up to 1.5 kilometers point-to-point distance. So there's 2 types of MetroLink 1 units. You get the MetroLink point-to-point 60-35. So this gives you a 1.4 gigabits per second capacity, and a 60 gigahertz antenna. On the 60 gigahertz antenna, it gives you a 42 dBi, so it's a bit further distance. You're gonna get 1.5 kilometers when you're using a point-to-point scenario, and there's good line of sight. On your 5 gigahertz antenna, you're only gonna get 22 dBi, so it's a bit less in regards to distance. And then we got the MetroLing 160-19, also 1.4 gigabits per second. The 60 gigahertz provides you 36 dBi. Basically, you're going to get up to 1 kilometer, 800 to a kilometer, depending on the application, as I mentioned. And then on the 5 gigahertz antenna, you've got a 16 dBi. So obviously a bit shorter than that. Okay. Oh. Let me just quickly go back. Apologies for that. So then we've got the main MetroLink, which is the MetroLink 2.5 gigs. So it gives you basically 2.5 gigabits per second throughput on the 60 gigahertz link. So it has a capacity of 2.5 gigs, as I mentioned, and on this, the 5 gigahertz failover as well, on a 2040 and an 80 megahertz channel. It has a 2.5 gigabit base port and one 2.5 gig SFP port, and then it also is equipped with a USB 3.0 port for Bluetooth aiming dongle. This is for configuration. We'll get into that accessory later on in this presentation. In terms of power, it can take up to 24 to 48 volt DC in. So as I mentioned, we've got two of these MetroLinks. We've got the MetroLing 2.5G 6035 and the 6019. So the capacity still stays the same. The only thing that changes is obviously the form factor and the dBi. So as you can imagine, the 6035 provides you a 42 dBi, which is quite far. You're definitely going to get 1.5 kilometers, depending once again on the application and how good your line of sight is. On the 5 gigahertz antenna, you're only going to get 22 dBis. With the 2.5 gig 6019 radio, as you can see, that's the smaller one. Obviously, it's going to give you the same capacity, but it's going to give you less dBi, up to 36 dBi. So it's going to give you less distance in regards to the 1.5 kilometers. So I would suggest 800 to a kilometer for a good link. And then the 5 gigahertz is going to provide you a 16 dBi. Okay, so in regards to mounting brackets, there's two types of mounting brackets. You get the LC precision bracket and the LR precision bracket. So basically, the LC precision bracket is your more entry-level bracket. It is quite cost-effective. It has a pole diameter of 50 to 80 millimeters. You can set it depending on the pole, and an aiming range of a vertical range of approximately 7.5 degrees, which you can actually turn and tilt it, and horizontal 3 degrees approximately, where the LR precision bracket can handle a pole diameters of 45 to 100 millimeters. So it's really a lot better than the LC precision bracket. It's a more robust bracket as well. In terms of aiming range, the vertical is approximately 12 degrees and horizontal 15 degrees. So as you can see, you can really play around when configuring the radios. In terms of wind, wind speeds that it can take, both these brackets are really robust. As you can see on those images, they're quite, they even look robust, they feel robust, and they're very, industrialized brackets. They can handle speeds up to 201 kilometers per hour, wind speeds. So that's the bracket. So next is our alignment tool. So this is your alignment tool. Basically, the left-hand side is your IgniteNet scope. What this basically is, you mount it directly on your MetroLink. Doesn't matter what type of MetroLink you use, it fits on all the products, and it helps you reduce alignment time, and it helps you get a better alignment between your two MetroLinks. Okay, and then you also have the Linq Assist application. It's available on the Android and OIS devices. It connects the MetroLink via Bluetooth, requires that USB dongle that we spoke about. That's also an extra accessory. It's very cost effective. It's just going to make your configuration time so much easier and quicker. And it shows local and remote radio signal levels as well. So it's pretty effective when doing your configuration at your site. And then remember I spoke about the MeshLing introduction. So the MeshLing introduction, you get an indoor and an outdoor MeshLink, right? So basically what this is, the IgniteNet G-Link is a powerful Ethernet over Coax converter that enables service providers to deliver gigabit speeds via existing or new Coax cabling infrastructure. So if your site has existing infrastructure, this is a perfect device to use because you can really trench it far in terms of distance. The G-Link system is ideal for both providing bandwidth to buildings with outdoor coax, as well as delivering gigabit speeds within the buildings using existing coax cabling infrastructure, if there is. So the operators can already easily deliver gigabit. And then the speeds to customers wirelessly using IgniteNet 60 GHz radio MetroLinks are already between 1 and 2.5 gigs. So the MeshLink will just help you get that speed directly to the end user as well. Okay, sorry, this is basically an example of how it would look. That is your outdoor MeshLink. So this is your MetroLink 61, and this is basically a point-to-point, and that's connected to your G-Link, and your G-Link goes to your indoor G-Link. Here's a nice example of how it would look. That is your MetroLink point-to-point radio that's connected to your outdoor G-Link, and the G-Link then converts it into connects to many more indoor G-Links in order to provide gigabit capacity speeds all over the building. Same with this, you've got your point-to-point MetroLink connected to your G-Link, and your G-Link connected to all the other G-Links wherever they are. And with your mast as well, your point-to-point MetroLink connected to your G-Link, and then obviously connected to your indoor or outdoor G-Link. Okay, so another quick illustration on this. It's a cloud management outdoor and indoor gigabit Ethernet to Coax bridge, and with reverse power feed. So basically this is how it would look like. Once again, your point-to-point radios, and from your radio you've got your G-Link outdoor unit, and that splits it up with a Coax splitter into 15 G-Links, indoor G-Links throughout the entire building. So it's quite effective. So you're really going to provide quick and fast internet speeds throughout your entire building or your entire project. So in regards to MeshLink port aggregation, MeshLink port aggregation utilizes redundant data paths. So this is the MeshLink port aggregation. If you use two MetroLinks with a 1 gigabit speeds and another gigabit speeds, you can actually connect your outdoor MeshLink to 2 MetroLink radios and get a total capacity of 2 gigabits per second. And failover time is obviously milliseconds. Just a much better way to use it than the old normal way. We only get a total capacity of 1 gigabits per second per radio. If this one fails, this one, it's only going to give you a total capacity of 1 gigs. Failover time is obviously a lot longer as well. The MeshLink supports PoE output. Passive PoE out can be enabled on 4 of the MeshLink Ethernet ports. If the MeshLink is powered with via a 24 or 56 volt DC input. The output voltage of the PoE enabled ports matches the DC input and can supply 24 to 48 volt, 1 amp per port to 802.380 or AF. And the passive PoE capable devices. Just to show that, this is your MetroLink outdoor. It has a 2.5 gig uplink, and it is connected to a MetroLink, last mile radio, and a mobile hotspot. And you can power up a camera as well with one of these G-Links if there is 48 volt DC in. And then in the IgniteNet Cloud, I'm going to ask Aaron to just to go through the IgniteNet Cloud quickly, and because I only see we've got 5 minutes left with you guys, and we've still got a couple of slides to do as well.
Okay, IgniteNet Cloud, as I just mentioned, yeah, this is the cloud platform, and now the next version, it was called EC Cloud, so H-Core, yeah, EC Cloud, yeah. So, but it's totally powered by IgniteNet Cloud, the same thing, and we have the annual to manage up to 50 devices, including AP access points, yeah, and also the MetroLing access points, and also the switch, yeah, everything that together, yeah, up to 50, yeah, 50 devices, and it is for free, yeah. So it's a free account. And this free account can also benefit from this the authentication, the access control, and also the captive portal. Yeah, the editor, and also the yeah, it's we call it customizable captive portal. So up to 50, yeah, and from 51 devices, yeah, AP, switch, and the MetroLink, yeah, that will be the we need license, annual license, and that's 99 per year. Yeah, unlimited devices. Yeah, almost unlimited devices. Yeah, we got up to 500 AP, yeah, per site, and one license. Yeah, the license account we can also manage up to 500 sites. Yeah, so totally 250,000 access points, almost unlimited devices. Yeah, and we have add-on features. Yeah, that is also included. And the bug firmware upgrade that is also supported by this cloud firmware. And this cloud also can have the user logs, all this connection logs, and the device logs, everything, yeah, and export it to the send email or alert, export it to the IT manager, to the administrator, etc. Yeah, so on this cloud, we also have another tool. It's quite useful. It's called Linq Path. Yeah. Linq Path. That is for the site a simulation. Yeah, the tool is a simulation tool that you can have a simulation on this the link that you're gonna pair with the two devices you choose. Yeah, and you know the RSSI, etc. So it's a quite useful tool. It's also for free. Yeah, it's worth to take a try.
Awesome. Okay, thanks, Aaron. Just to sum it all up, so the IgniteNet Cloud features, it's easy device adoption, multi-level dashboards, custom dashboards that you can have, flexible configuration, live device stats, client histories in order to improve on your business, strategics, maintenance and alerting, visualization, maps, IgniteNet Marketplace, and virtual private cloud and flexible notifications depending on what you set it at. So guys, this is the price. Thank you so much for joining this short presentation. So you stand a chance to win the IgniteNet MetroLing 1619 integrated radios. 2 of them, it's one link, and all you have to do is scan this QR code and you stand a chance to win this link. So I'm going to leave it on the QR code. Just quickly scan it and just answer those questions, and then everything is good to go. I've also left my email address in the chat box if you want to, because obviously the session was quite short. So if you want to get a hold of me directly, just pop me a mail and we'll assist all your questions from there on out. Thank you so much for joining, and have a lovely day and enjoy the rest of IPCon.